Have you ever felt the sensation of stress within your body for a short period of time or for longer, like days, weeks, months, or even years? Well, in this video, I'm going to talk about what stress really is and how managing it can be the key between having a life full of happiness and health or living a life with disease. Let's get to it. Hi there boys and girls, my name's Simon Brazier at SciBean Nutrition, bringing you the best tips and tools within nutrition to getting you feeling more energised and healthier in a holistic, sustainable way. On this channel I like to do nutritional educational videos because there's so much crappy, poor misinformation out there, so if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. And if at any point during this video you get a little bit lost, you're not quite sure what I'm talking about, relax, rewind it, review. That is the best way to learn through repetition. Anyway, let's get to the video. The human stress response is simply designed to work for a very short period of time. But during today's hustle and bustle of life, we actually end up abusing this ancient biological system to the point where it actually ends up hurting us. So do me a favor, picture this in your head. You're running away from a lion. Your body is going to release glucose very quickly into your bloodstream to get energy up. Blood is actually diverted away from your digestive system to get to your extremities so you can run or fight. The vessels within your lungs are going to open up to allow oxygen to get around the body quicker, and your blood vessels are actually going to close up so that blood can get around a lot faster. At this point, reproduction and immunity are not necessary, so they're shut down. Stress hormones are going to flood into your body, so you've got more resources to deal with the imminent danger. And even in your brain, areas designed for learning, memory, problem solving, they're put to the side, so your reflexes, your reactions, your alertness are more in the game. So whether we're actually running from a lion or we are emotionally responding to an individual at work, our sympathetic fight or flight nervous system is responding in exactly the same way. During our modern day, most people are in this low-grade emergency response all the time, and it leads to something which is called chronic stress. And living in chronic stress leads to a whole host of health problems because, as you've just learned, our stress response is only designed for a very short period of time, not to be abused all of the time. Cancer, for example, is driven by many different things, and stress is a huge part of that. During stressful times, we release adrenaline, and adrenaline has been shown to create some drug-resistant cancers, as well as increasing your risk of heart attack sixfold. Chronic stress actually changes the size, structure, and function of your beautiful brain. Long-term stress actually increases the number of connections in your fear center within your brain and actually decreases the amount of connections in your learning, your memory, and your problem-solving areas. Autoimmune diseases like irritable bowel disease, multiple sclerosis, rheumatoid arthritis are becoming more and more common, and the connection with stress now is completely unarguable. Simply put, living with chronic stress means you are going to be constantly producing stress hormones that are going to exist within your entire body. And over time, this hormone release becomes impaired, actually making it very difficult for your body to deal with inflammation. This is the time when your body gets confused between self cells and non-self cells, and this is a huge characteristic of autoimmunity. Okay, so now you know why we have a stress response, what it does, and how with the abuse of it over a long period of time, it can be connected to diseases like cancer and autoimmunity. So let's move on to some therapeutic ways in which you can decrease your stress right now and get healthier. First up, herbal medicine. Aromatherapy using rose oil, patchouli, and lavender has shown to decrease that fight or flight response by 40%. This is going to help out with things like anxiety, aggression, and our stress response. My advice, find a herbalist, work with them, and get them making some plant stuff for you. Next up is correcting nutritional imbalances. If you've got low B vitamin levels, low amino acid levels, and low mineral levels, you are significantly more susceptible of experiencing high anxiety. So work with a health professional and get this assessed. Next up, meditation. Meditation is powerfully stress reducing, decreasing our levels of cortisol and our anxiety levels. It also has many other benefits like reducing blood pressure, decreasing pain, and allowing our immune system work even better. Dr. Joe Dispenza's work is heavily sculpted around meditation. Looking within and working on positive habitual change is going to naturally decrease your stress levels. What I can recommend is to start easy. Get and read his book, Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself. And finally, conscious food choices. Grabbing and eating junk food is a very common practice for dealing with short-term stress. It may satisfy you for a very short period of time, but it naturally comes with mood swings and irritability. And this is basically to do with the sugar and other additives that's added into that junky, crappy food. So breathe, take a second, respond rather than reacting with junk food. Go for whole food options. It's going to decrease your stress levels, balance your blood sugar, and relieve tension. My best tip for this: don't even buy that junky crap food in the supermarket and bring it home. If it's going to be there, it's going to talk to you. Don't buy it. If you feel super stressed and then hungry at the same time, I implore you, take some deep breaths, have a glass of water, sit down and think what will actually nourish your body. It will never be that junk food. Okay, on to question of the week. When you get stressed out, what behaviors do you demonstrate? Do you exercise? Do you eat? Do you practice tapping? Whatever it is, let us know in the comments below and share with the community. And that's it. My name's Simon Brazier at SciBe Nutrition. Why not check out another video? Consider subscribing and have a beautiful, beautiful day. Woosah.